Okay, so this is a brief demonstration of the Symbiote Manager. Symbiote is something that has recently come out in Talespire. It's currently available in the beta, but I guess we'll be making it to mainstream Talespire soon. It allows users to create UI components and other things using some scripting to basically augment Talespire, similar to mods, but making it a little bit more user-friendly than creating mods. Mods do allow you to do more things than the symbiotes do at this point, but it's much smaller learning curve to create some content using symbiotes than to create a whole plugin. So anyways, BR has plans to create a repository of symbiotes, or a place that people can upload and download from, but it is currently not yet available. For our modding group, we use Thunderstore to obtain mods. So I have made a mod manager that allows you to download symbiotes from Thunderstore once people put them up there, and still be able to use them in Talespire. Now, the reason we need this is because normally R2Modman is designed to place the downloaded content in a specific location where the BepInEx will find it and basically activate the plugin in Talespire. Now, symbiotes work completely different. They need to be placed in a completely different location, but R2Modman doesn't know anything about that. So basically what happens is when you download something with R2Modman, if it's a symbiote, it will place it in the same place that it places plugins in, and Talespire won't find it. So what this mod manager does is, in real time, you're going to be able to get a list of all of your downloaded symbiotes, and you're going to be able to basically activate the ones that you want available in Talespire. So let's have a look how that works. So I have already got the Symbiote Manager plugin installed, and I have downloaded some symbiotes. I mean, I faked that part because right now in Thunderstorm there aren't any yet, but we can basically assume that I downloaded some. Now, while I'm in Talespire, I can activate the Symbiote Manager. Default for that is right Control S, but that is configurable. And we get this manager view here. So we can see that on the right hand side we have all our downloaded symbiotes. The reason you're seeing web device there, finder there many times, is because I made copies of it so I can see if the paging works. And then on the left hand side we can see the enabled symbiotes. So basically the downloaded symbiotes is all of the symbiotes that you've downloaded through R2Modman from Thunderstorm that are now on your computer, but Talespire isn't seeing them yet. The enabled list shows you which of these symbiotes have actually been passed over to Talespire, so that Talespire is aware of them. So I can go over and, let's say, for example, I want a dice roller. I click on the little arrow button beside dice roller, and we can now see dice roller appears in the enabled symbiotes list. You can also see that it still remains in the downloaded list because it's still downloaded. It won't disappear from the download list unless you go to R2Modman and actually ask it to uninstall that symbiote, in which case we would then still see it in the enabled because we have copied it over to Talespire, but it would no longer be in the download list. With the download list, there is an X button, and that basically, if you click on that, will remove that symbiote from Talespire. And again, if this was a downloaded Symbiote, then you'd still have it in the downloaded area, so you could re-enable it when you need to. But if this was a Symbiote that was put there manually, using that button is going to remove it, and you won't have another copy of it, so you'll need to download it again. Once again, we've got paging up here, so if you have multiple pages, you will be able to flip through all of them to find the Symbiote that you want. So now, for example, if I've got the dice roller, I'll add in something else like notes handout and maybe language. Now I can just use the same key combination to close the Symbiote manager. And now if I pull out my Symbiotes, I can see I've got dice roller, language chat, and notes handout available, and this now works just like regular. If I open up the manager again and say, I don't really want language chats, close that up, and now you can see it's disappeared from the available Symbiotes in Talespire, but you can still see that it is still available in the download Symbiote. So it's still on our computer. We can push it back to the Talespire Symbiotes anytime we want, but currently it is not one of the ones available in Talespire. And that's really it. It's not anything, it's not rocket science. It's just basically a little tool that moves or copies over content that was downloaded into the right folder on Talespire to make it work. And that's about it.